It's embarrassing to be a liberal now. When you say you're a liberal, I immediately think you have colorful hair.
I mean, I guess technically brown's a color, but I know I diet a hell of a lot less than you do, although I'm not trying to grift lonely middle-aged men, so there's that.
You work at a coffee shop. I think you're kind of a loser. You have like mental disorders you gave yourself.
You know, Emily, for pretending to hate communism and socialism so much, you sure do seem to love being publicly owned. Funny thing is, she's talking about us being losers, but when I pulled this clip, I genuinely didn't realize that this was Emily Hates America, because, you know, when she's on Fox News, she can't have all those TikTok filters, and she looks a lot more like an ogre. The outside matches the inside more than we thought. But, like, remember when you said this shit?
Like, look at the females compared to, in right-wing politics compared to, like, left-wing, and, like, not only, like, in shape, super attractive, dressed well.
And then you got completely torched on the internet for it. You know, real lookers in right-wing politics, let me tell you. See, at first when you did this, I thought it was one of those, like, just personal ego strokes for yourself, because clearly you're very, very fragile. But now I realize you couldn't even be talking about yourself, because these are two different people. Like, you without digital alterations, you're like a drunk 6 at best. And that's before you open your mouth. Once that happens, it drops to like a weak 2. And the fact that you need to rely so much on filters for your own self-worth because you're that insecure kind of seems like a mental illness that, you know, you probably gave yourself. But the thing is, I just don't understand who this purple hair, gender studies, barista caricature thing that you guys keep trying to convince yourselves is real is for. Because if it's meant to offend us, it's not working. Because, you know, it's just not true. It's kind of like how when we say conservative female media personalities are just dumb blonde Stepford wives. I mean, it's sort of funny because, like, but, you know, it's just when you're out here trying to create these stereotypes that don't exist, they don't land because they're so easily debunked. You just think about high-profile social media creators on the left and the right. Like on the left, you've got Thorin Bradley out here getting ripped from cracking logs. And then on the right, you've got, you know, like the older millennial who's also ripped, but that's more from cracking open bottles of Jack Daniels. Just a little different type of ripped is, you know, all I'm saying. Ultimately, my point is that I just don't get it. Like, you know, you trying to project how much of a loser you are onto other people isn't going to make it so. And everybody can see that, it seems, you know, except for you. And this shit happens to you, it seems like, all the time. Like, you become a meme monthly. And, like, I get you never had any self-respect to lose getting to this point, but it's gotta get old after a while. Like, it just can't be fun being the butt of so many jokes so often. But I suppose you don't have a lot to lose when you're hopelessly addicted to the attention of 50-year-old men whose wives left them. And I suppose it's a little bit easier to swallow when you're getting that sweet, sweet Rupert Murdoch money to say just the dumbest shit humanly possible. So, you know, who am I to judge? I'd probably say some stupid shit for a paycheck, too. Not as dumb as the shit you say, because I do still have some self-respect. But hey, we all got a mortgage, right? Well, I mean, not all of us, because, you know, the corporate overlords you spend all of your time bootlicking for have kind of stole the dream of homeownership for most of our generation, but you get my point. Anyway, I gotta go dye my hair for a gender studies cappuccino class or something, but thanks as always for the easy content there, Emily.